My name is AdaPia. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer, along with my co-founder and Chief Technology Officer, Brian Fritton. We're from PatchofLand. PatchofLand is a debt-focused real estate crowdfunding platform. Our goal here today is to demonstrate our capability to originate and underwrite loans through our crowdfunding platform as fast and effectively as any financial institution out there.
So this system allows us to focus on building partnerships and putting out great projects. What we're about to show you today works to score, gather due diligence, build marketing assets, and service those new loans. Let's take a look. So AdaPia here already has, can we get the screen yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So AdaPia already has a pre-filled application on our website. It's a very simple application. And so we're just going to go ahead and submit that. And so nothing special in the CRM here. They have an account created for them, and we can go into that to see some properties about the account. And the other side of it is the property and the market. So if we go down to the opportunity, we'll start to see some pretty standard stuff here. But really what's happening behind the scenes is our rules-based engine and our scoring system are working to give us data for our originations team and our underwriting team to give them a head start to do better for our borrowers. So things like the best origination fee and the worst origination fee, those are set by our own expectations and also outside data providers on a market-by-market area. So we know what sort of origination fee area we're going to be working in. So if we go down, we can see some of the magic happen on a property. Properties, there's multiple properties per opportunity sometimes, so we split those off into their own component. And so you'll see here that we have a property score of 8.9 and a market score of 7.9, and we can see some of the best and most and negative assets of both categories here. We can see that the property was built in 2006, so that's great for us. And unfortunately, it doesn't have, or it does have a subdivision or other associated fee, and sometimes people might not like that. So we're able to show these scores here. And while these scores for the property and market can be updated based on new data being filled in by our originations team, they're set on a schedule. But if we go back to the opportunity, we can start to see some of the magic happen. So if we go to the scores here, AdaPia, we'll see here that we also have a portfolio score and a borrower score. And we can see that the portfolio score is 7.4, which is okay, but not having a down payment, the borrower didn't put a down payment in their application, not having that is negatively affecting their score. So let's see how that affects the score if we put in a down payment. We'll go back to the score here. So it looks like our display is a little off, but in real time, our system has gone out and run these through our data providers and our own internal algorithms and told us that, okay, since they have a down payment now, we're going to give them another 2 points into our portfolio score because we really want people to have down payments in our portfolio. And we've looked at how much of a down payment they've given, and we've decided that that's worth about 2 points. So now you can see that that no longer is negatively impacting their score there as well. So alongside our scoring engine, we also have the ability to gather due diligence from a number of different sources. So we can see that in the automated due diligence, and you can probably just click check for data. It's probably available already. It might take a few seconds here. Oh, there we go. So on the borrower, and since we only have one property here, we can see a number of assets that now our originations team, our partners, and our underwriting team have available to them now. And you can see on the borrower, we have a corporate registration in Florida and their LinkedIn profile. And on the property, we have some, say, onboard informatics data and their city data profile. So we're able to give them a really good head start with that. So this sets the stage for underwriting. And since we're on a time limit, we have to skip that underwriting process today. But I will say that we're able to pull credit, facilitate bad actor searches, and provide our borrowers with a collaboration portal to speed up this entire to-market process. We've integrated DocuSign throughout to support all of our closings. And data comes back into our system and impacts our scoring, due diligence, and future processes. But we will enter a few pieces so that we can get our property stood up and so that we can get it funded. So AdaPia is just going to enter, our 12% APR here that Underwriting and Originations has decided and come to a deal with our borrower on. 12-month loan term and a $5,000 origination fee. And for the purposes of this demo, we've already put in a record, and our system already knows about a third-party arm's length appraisal on the property. So before we go to the next step, I'd like you to take a look, if we can go down AdaPia, at our investor match section. Behind the scenes, our system is looking at our retail investor preferences and our institutional investor criteria. And it's telling us every step along the way as our data changes who's going to participate in this loan. And we also have the capability for those institutional partners or even our retail partners, if they'd like to put their money to work for them on these deals on a sort of rule-by-rule basis. So now we're assuming that underwriting goes okay, and that's a pretty comprehensive process. We can go ahead and we can stand up the project. So if we go to actions here, you'll see very simple actions, and there's a couple of things behind this, but we've already set those up for the demo. So if we launch the project here, take a few seconds. So our team is able to do this, and we can go ahead and click on the link now. So we've got our project up. The marketing assets have been built, an announcement email has been built, and that appraisal has even been scraped, which is standard form appraisal, to get these pictures here. So our team can get this up in a day or less. And so we have our investment summary and our financial overview. All of this data is taken from our underwriting and our originations process. So we have no need for manual entry, and we can really get borrowers the money fast. On the risk profile section here, we can come at our scores and the things that get us to that resulted score, and we can represent them as a risk profile with temperature bars. So all of this data that we have internally, we're actually giving to you as well as an investor. So we don't have time to invest today, unfortunately, but you can see how this would go. Our goal here today was to demonstrate the wealth of infrastructure behind our system and how that allows us to automate the pain points of real estate investing online.